Well, good evening to everyone, and welcome to my second live show. Tonight we're doing the HELDRAKE from Warhammer. He is the Chaos Space Marine Dragon. So we'll see how that one goes. We'll go into chat quickly. We'll see who's in. If I can find out where that's gone. There, where have you got? There you are. So we've got David in first from Sprue and Glue. Hello, David. And then it's Korra Pink, Mrs. M. And we've got me just saying hi to David, and me saying welcome to my second live stream, and I hope you enjoy it, which I do. Then it's Sprue and Glue just saying hi, Christine. And we've got Fester himself, Mr. Colin, saying hello, hi to me. Then it's David saying, I love the look of this model, Ross. Yep, it is quite a good one. This is the second one I've actually built. The first one I built was actually given away to a good friend. She liked it, so I gave it to her. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to do another one. Never mind. Such is life. Then after that we have me just saying hello to Colin, and then Sprue and Glue saying hi to Colin. And it's Colin saying hello to David. Then Dad himself, Mr. Mephison Red. He's in. How's the bike going? Have you cheated on it a bit more yet? And it's Dad saying hello to David. And there's me saying hello to Dad. And it's Sprue going hello, Mike. And we've got Scale Modelling Chaos. Good evening. And he's saying evening all. And Colin's just saying hi, Dad. And you've got Sprue and Glue saying hi, SMZ, which is Scale Modelling. Then we've got Dad saying hi, Colin and Fester. Then we've got Dad saying hi, Gav. Then we've got Scale Modelling Chaos saying hi to Dave. And then to Dad, and then to Colin. And we've got Fester saying hi, Gav. And good evening, Plastic Monkey, saying hi all. And it's William Rayburn saying hi, Ross, and everyone in Chatland. I hope everyone is having a good evening. And Scale Modelling Chaos saying hi, Paul. And Dad's saying hi, Paul, Plastic Monkey. And we've got Scale Modelling Chaos saying hi, William. Then we've got Lisa Craft Station, good evening, saying hi, Ross. Carl says hi too. Well, hi, Carl. And she's saying hi to chat. Sprue and Glue then saying hi, William. And then we've got Fester saying hi, Lisa Craft Station. Sprue and Glue saying hi, Lisa and Carl. Then we've got hi, Paul. Plastic Monkey saying hi to Paul and Colin, Mike and Colin. And then we've got Lisa Craft Station saying hi, Colin. Oh, excuse me. At least it weren't one of Dad's at the other end. Then we've got Lisa Craft saying Carl says hi to Colin. And then we've got a good mate of mine, Dan Harrison. He's saying hi, Ross. Looking forward to seeing your progress with the HELDRAKE. Welcome, Dan, and thanks for coming to my second ever show. We've got Lisa Craft Station saying Carl's just in from work, so won't be on for a long, as heading to bed shortly. Okay. Then you've got Sprue and Glue saying hi to Dan. And you've got Scaling Model saying hi, Lisa. And you got Fester saying hi, Carl, as well. Lisa Craft Station, excuse me. Lisa Craft Station is saying hi to Dad and Dave. God, chat's jumping along quite nicely. Everybody's saying hi to all each other. So it's Fester saying hi to Dan Harrison. Graham Corbett saying hi all in chat. And you got Max McGinn. Welcome. And as well as you to Graham, welcome and thank you for dropping in. So Max is again saying hey everyone, and just Colin saying hello to Graham Moorclub, and Scaly Model Dad, he's saying to hey Max, and then Colin saying hi Max again, and Scaly Model saying hi to Kial and Lisa, Springler saying hi to Graham and Max, and then Graham McCorbett saying hi Ross, thanks for the chat last night. Hey, you're welcome mate, I enjoyed it. It was a bit of good fun. Late night again. I don't think I actually got to bed till about 4 o'clock again. Never mind. And I've got Max McGinn saying hi Festo Workshop and Scaly Models. Well, we'll go just to explain a bit more what I'm doing tonight, which be a bit different to the other one where I'm actually doing the Age of Sigma on the Saturday night show. I'll be probably doing more of the 40k stuff on Tuesday night. So tonight, as I said, we're starting on the HELDRAKE. He's the Chaos Dragon. He's the Chaos Dragon, so he's actually quite good. So I'll just swap over to the Mac Cam to give you a better look. And there we go. This is my second ever HELDRAKE. As I said before, a friend of mine, she saw after what I'd done with the first one, and she really liked it. So therefore, I decided just to give it to her. So that was the end of that one. So I thought, well, it'd be rude not to do another one, as I'm not down the rabbit hole really. But this again is all thanks to Dan, who actually started me off on this Warhammer stuff. He sent me my first ever Warhammer figures. So thank you very much, Dan. So on this one, it comes with 2 sprues. So out of the way. Let's get that down there out of the way for a minute. So these are your 2 sprues. You got most of the body parts there, and you got wings and everything like that. It also comes with a nice big clear stand and a large base. Now I will be doing something with this where we won't just have the clear stand. I will be changing it over and building some sort of diorama to the base like I normally do. Last time I built a rock 4 stand on it and then put lava coming down from it, so I might be doing something very similar to that. Don't know yet, we'll see what happens with it. So you get quite a big booklet which comes with the different colours and everything to it, which you can do. There's 2 of the main ones there, which is the blue and the black. Max Begin is just saying, looking forward to seeing the HELDRAKE build, Ross. Well, thank you very much. I'm quite going to enjoy this one again. I think last time I spent about a month painting it. And I did my first one because somebody had actually intended she wanted it, so I put a bit extra effort into it for her. So there we go. Max Begin saying, love to get a HELDRAKE for my Iron Warriors and Black Legion, especially when it has the Bell Flamer, some more dragon vibes, lol. And then we've got Lynn Dipplin saying, hi Ross, hugs, and big hugs back to you as well. And David's saying, I remember the last HELDRAKE you did, Ross. Yep, I remember it quite well. It's now on prominent display in a good friend's house. Then Springler saying, yes, Dan Harrison, this is all your fault. Yeah, well, I don't mind. Limbo Dipple saying hi to Max, Dad, Dan, Dave, Colin, Graham, Lisa, Paul, and William. Then we've got Dan Harrison saying, you're very welcome, bud. Smiley face, thumbs up. You've certainly got the Warhammer bug, but you have produced some lovely models. Well, thank you very much, Dan. I've really enjoyed doing them. As I said, I only got into it to actually learn how to paint figures in the first place, so it's done me some really good turns on that one. You got Max again saying hi to Lynn. Plastic Monkey saying hi to Lynn. Graham McCorbett saying hi to Lynn. David saying hi to Lynn. You got Dan Harrison saying sprue and glue. Ross needs no encouragement. Probably not now, no, because I've actually pre-ordered the new Dominion box set for the Age of Sigmar, and I might have also accidentally ordered the new Lumineth Realm Lords box set as well. Yeah, I might have actually done that. So yeah, maybe another 2 boxes. So that probably about 3 box sets now I've got that I'll be getting. Sprue and Glue saying, Dan, don't I know it, lol. Fair enough. Well, there we go. That's all chat all caught up. So here we go. Last time I think I actually started on the wings when I first started this build, and I'll probably do the same again, I think, and do all the wing parts. So we'll put that one aside for a minute. So we'll take a little snip and cut these ones off first. I must admit, I did really enjoy building this one the first time round, especially when it's sort of like somebody asked for it. I'll get this one off as well. We've just got the one side, 2 main wings. So, yeah, you could say that, Max. Again, it was happy little accident, I suppose. But I think my local Warhammer shop, he knows me quite well now. But I did manage to go into the Warhammer shop the other day, well, the other week, I should say, last week, and only go in for a pot of paint and come out with only a pot of paint. But that's when I actually pre-ordered the 2 box sets as well. But there we go. These things happen. So, colour scheme I'll be using this time around. We'll be going in with, to fit in with the rest of my Chaos Dragons. Well, Chaos Army. And that's, I'm using Vallejo Gunmetal Blue. So, and that's from the model colour range. So I'll be using that one as the main colour for it. And then we'll be using the Retributor Armour Gold to go with the highlights on it. So all the veins and everything like that here coming out of that. And maybe I might actually do the same way as I did with the Nighthaunt winged horse and put veins into it as well. So I might be doing that yet, I don't know, but we'll see how it turns out. So first of all, we'll start off with the Retributor Armour. So where is it? Not you. That's what I want. Bad habit still of licking my brushes. Not that you're supposed to do that, I don't think. Lindipple, I went to the grocery store, and when I got back to my car, I had a flat. Oh dear. I was able to keep my cold frozen things at the store freezer. Fair enough. Then we've got Lisa going, hi Mark. So Mark Shellardin, welcome. Hope you enjoy the show. And Lindipple, I went to get the tyre change, went back to the store to pick up my frozen things. What a day. Yeah, it sounds like it. And we've got David saying, Ross, I bet they rubs hands now when they see you in the doorway. Yeah, probably. But then I try not to go over there too often because it might upset Mrs. M a little bit. I think she gets fed up enough when I get stuff off of eBay and Facebook. So she does get a bit cranky at times. Bits and nubs there. to come off. I don't actually own a new seamer or line seamer, but I am fairly used to doing this with models, just taking these lines off with my scalpel blade. Not something I'd tell anybody else to do unless they've got plenty of experience, because sometimes with this Warhammer stuff it does seem to have a very soft plastic, so if you're not careful you could end up gouging out more than you intend. So you just got to be very light, and it should just take that seam line off gently, and it comes off. Go down nice and flat, like so. That looks better. There we go, that's that side done. So what's everybody else up to in their modelling benches? What have you all got on there at the moment? Dad's saying, what's this? Scaly model of Dad saying, excellent audio tonight. Yes, because I've nicked Mrs. M's mic. So it's actually quite a decent one, which is, as you can see, there. So that's Mrs. M's mic. She's kindly let me nick it. So we've just spent some time today dialing it in so I get better audio. So and we've got here, what's this? We've got Dan Harrison saying, Ross, you were talking about basing ideas. Have you heard of or seen the baking soda technique? Nope. I've done the last one I did. I ended up using polystyrene that I got out of a packing crate and then sort of melted it down with hot glue, and that built the basing up idea of that, what I wanted. And then a happy accident happened where it looked like it was lava coming out of a rock, so I thought, well, okay, I'll paint it with some clear red, add a few little dark splodges in it to look like rocks and everything, and it sort of turned out really good. I quite liked it. We'll see if I can find some better photos of it, and I'll put them up on either Colin and Dad's group so you can all see what I mean by that. And we've got, just jumped up a bit there. Let's see. Back up a minute. William Rayburn saying that sucks, Lynn. Yeah, well, having a bad day with your car and everything, yeah. Scale Model Muse, welcome to the group chat. And she just wanders in and sits down. Well, hopefully I'll keep you awake. I'll try not to put anybody to sleep tonight. And then we've got Sprue and Glue saying hi to Muse. Lynn saying nice audio as well. Thank you. William Rayburn saying hi to Muse. Graham McCorbett saying evening Muse. You got Fester saying hi to Lynn Dipple. Scale Model Muse. Cole and some sort of love hugs things. Then we've got Muse saying to, well, Colin saying to hi Muse, and the same love huggy things, but 4. So Muse only gives Colin 3, but Colin gives back 4. Nice. Linda was saying, hi Muse, coffee and hugs and loving. You should have been in Phil's live. Your Vampy was there. Okay. Max begin. Finished building 2 Forge Well kits of Legion Siren, Battle Tank and Tau Riptide. Nice. Yaivahara already to be primed for tomorrow. Nice one. Scale Model News, and I was either asleep or not at home. Sprue and Glue, nothing on the bench now till Monday. Oh well, never mind. Lynn Dipple saying I told him hi for you, Scale Model Muse. Then we've got Graham Highland, welcome. Hi guys, hope everyone is well. I think we are. Might be slightly insane, but we're well. We've got Max Begin. I am painting 2 Iron Warrior Hellbrutes while listening to your stream log. Fair enough, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. And we've got Scale Model Dad, he's saying hi to Graham. Dan Harris saying Sprue and Glue, think Ross has gone all out with the brand new Dominion box set. Epic set it is too. Yeah, for what I've seen of it, it actually does look quite good. And I mean, I have looked at on YouTube where I've seen the actual box set being unboxed, and yeah, it is really nice. Scale Model Muse saying random orcs on my bench and about to make dinner. What you having for dinner, Muse? You can't just say dinner and not tell us what you're having. Springer saying hi to Graham. Graham McCourt saying hi Graham Highland. And you got Graham Highland saying hi Dad. Max Begins saying evening Scale Model Muse. Fester Workshop said I twitched. Lol. Fair enough. Well, I believe you, but I think thousands wouldn't. Linda was saying hi Graham 1 and Graham 2. Hugs. Scale Model saying he twitched. That's a new one. Yeah, that's what I thought, Lynn. Sorry, Muse. Then you got Graham McCourt saying Lynn, you said hi before. Well, she just might want to say hi again, Graham. You never know. Scale would assume ways that though she missed. Fair enough. And then hi Lynn, Grey, Sprue and Glue. Graham Island saying hi Lynn, Grey, Sprue and Glue. Then you got Linda Poole saying Lego ISS. Yeah, I did catch some of that. What you were doing on that, and it looks quite good. But I think the wife might get a bit upset if I started doing Lego to that extent. I mean, the two sort of, well, 3 bits of Lego that we have got here in the Ninja Cave is the London bus. I've got the Lego night bus from Harry Potter, and we've got the Edgewig Owl from Harry Potter that will be getting taken apart again so I can actually fit the lighting kits to. So we've got them to do as well at some point, just to keep my little young lad happy. So Muse has actually let us know what she's having to eat now. She's having scrambled egg, biscuits, gravy and maple sausage. Well, that sounds good. Now, like a little snack. Oh, yeah, keep forgetting about that. That's the only thing I've got. That's why I moved the camera back when I was showing the other thing. Let's move that forward a bit. There we go. There we go. I've got Nat in saying good evening Ross and all in chat. William Rose saying can I have a plate of that too, Muse? The likelihood of that happening, William, is probably 0 to none because she'll scoff it all herself. Plus it might be cold by the time it gets to you. That one done. Okay. Let's take that knob off a bit. There we go. So, not too worried about taking the primer off that much on this bit and the edges, because when I use the Retributor armor, it's a fairly thick paint, so it will cover the actual area, and I generally go over with 2 coats anyway, so we generally cover any downside. But with using the blade, it will generally flatten out the paint as well, so you won't be able to see the actual seam line anyway between the paint and where the plastic has been scraped away from the plastic. There we we go, just have a little there. There we go. Side dump. You may notice I'm actually leaning it from one side to the other when I'm doing that, because the edge of this wing is actually slightly beveled, so we have to take it just down where the nips couldn't get both sides. Scrape like that. One thing about the Heldrake, you can actually choose a number of different colours and it will look good in all of them, I think. Especially in your main prime colours, I think that's the best way to do these ones. To sort of bring out a sort of nastiness of it. Because he is, after all, a Chaos member. We've got Lynn Dipple saying hi to Nat. Mark Shannon saying hi to Nat. Extra Crafter saying hi to Colin and Dad. We've got Dad saying hi to Nat. And we've got Mark Shannon saying Muse playing Scrabble with your eggs lol. Fair enough. Plastic Monkey saying hi to Nat. Colin saying hi to Nat. Professor saying Dexterous Crafter, hope all is well with the kids. And we've got Dexterous Crafter saying evening Lynn, big hugs. And then she's also saying they are doing okay, thank you Colin. There we go. Something I've got to try and keep remembering to do is just keep looking at the chat every so often, just so we keep on top of it. Okay, so that's it. Sort of like nicely decent. Oh, I missed a bit there. There we go. There's that one. I think that's in there as well. Oh, we haven't done. There we go. And be careful I don't take that off there. Yeah, I almost made that mistake the first one I did. Where I took there's a little horn there and there. I almost took them off thinking that they weren't part of the mod. But we managed to double check myself, and I looked at the other wing as well. I found that they were actually part of it. Okay. So they're now ready. So, we're doing the outside edges. Like I say to most people, I don't really worry about going into this area too much, because the colour I'll be using afterwards will be we'll be tidying it all up. And just before anybody says I don't use a wet palette. So, okay, as long as I get into that edge there. You can see the black does actually come through a fair bit on the first coat. So, I'm not too worried about that at the moment. The main thing is keeping that edge wet as I go along. And then thinning it off as I go along. Okay. So, go down this edge. So, and come back down to the bottom one, move along. These little spikes here, I'll be doing them in a different colour. So they will, doesn't matter about getting a bit on them. They will sort of stand out a bit more. Into that bit. And got that bit done. Yeah. See, I'm you saying the damn cat wants to say hi. Hello, cat. And to there. Make sure we get quite well into the edges. So I'll be using a slightly different brush, probably a thinner one when it comes to lining up into it. So that'll be done. So this is only the first coat I'm putting onto it. I will be going over it again. I'm just getting first coat just to give it a key coat. Same practice I use when I'm doing my decorating work. I work for a living that way. Where your first coat will never go on fully thick, but you don't want to put too much on in one go. Otherwise you will leave big streaky marks, which is what you don't want, because they will show up. I think the last one I did in with Drushell Violet, which is like a purpley colour. So stupid cat jumped up to see what I'm doing and stood on my phone. Have you not got it house trained yet? To sit there and ask first before it makes a phone call? I don't know. This was done my thumb at the start. I gave Ross my thumbs up at the beginning. Well, thank you very much, William. Much appreciated. Same to you, Dad. Very much appreciated. Lynn has also done a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. I mean, when I sort of looked at the... Also, was a quite nice surprise today was when I looked at the thing and found out I've got 48 or 49 subscribers. So, 2 off the 50 mark already, which I was quite surprised about, seeing I've only done one program. So I hope you like what you're seeing. I think I'm getting better anyway. I mean, can't really say after just 2 shows, but well, after 1 show, I feel a bit more relaxed this time. I think it was just the first time, sort of like nerves that got to me a bit. But other than that, I think it's gone a bit better this time round. And I think you can all hear me a lot better. So, and that's, as I said, thanks to Mrs. M and her mic that she's bought herself. With I think it was her birthday money at the time. But yeah, much appreciated, Mrs. M. Nice to know when you got a wife that can be helpful. But I do say she has done a lot for me with setting this channel out for us, and she's done all the graphics. And as far as I can tell, she's done a really good job with them. Especially with the intro screens and everything. Makes me look a lot more professional than what I actually am. Which says a lot, really. It's like I keep telling people that when they mention asking me, I mean, I had one the other day where somebody asked me if I'd actually paint some of their figures for them, and I've turned around and said nope, because that's not me. I do what I do because I enjoy it. But if I started doing other people's, I lose any sort of enjoyment out of it. It'd be a task more than enjoyment. So I'll leave that up to the better people. What I do is have fun and then experiment. A lot of things I do. I think, what's it got? Dan Harris has put, Ross, I really enjoyed that first video and hope to tune in on each live stream from now on. Oh, thank you very much. Lindipple saying, awesome job, Mrs. Ross. Careful, your head might get too big. She won't be able to fit it through the door then. Corping, just need to sort music out for the start screen. Yep. Yeah, slacking woman. Get it sorted. Ross, your stream puts mine to shame. I don't think so. Yours is good enough, David. I mean, as I said, I think I never really knew what the wife was doing for me until she showed me. She just sort of got on with it and cracked on for me. And she said, oh, what do you think of this? It's Scale Model Ninja. The name of the actual channel is her idea again. She sort of said like, well, we sort of floated around a couple of different names first. And then I sort of like picked this one. I liked it the best. But it was going to be a slightly different take on the ninja side. But other than that, the input mainly was the good Mrs. M. Okay, so getting there on this one. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Scale Model Muse, I'm the one slacking, lol. How can you be slacking, Muse? You do what you do, and we all enjoy it. Your work speaks for itself, Ross, from Nat. It's, you're an amazing painter and builder. Well, to me, that's... Nah. I just paint to enjoy it. I don't class myself as amazing or whatever. It's... I suppose I'm like a lot of other people that when they're given praise, they don't really accept it because we're, as Colin says, we are our own biggest critics. And yeah, I criticise my own builds and then I'll sort of like, yeah, I've tried it, don't like it, I'll do it a different way next time. Yeah, that's threw me off a bit there, Nat. Sorry. I just enjoy what I do. It's from building aircraft to tanks. I mean, yeah, I don't do a lot of weathering on my aircraft or anything like that, but I do sort of like play around with different little bits here and there. Same as my armour. I think I've only done one tank that I've actually ever sort of weathered. That I've actually liked the look of, and that was an M10 destroyer. Other than that, they generally look as though they've just come out of the factory. And that's how I do most of my builds. I mean, I've mainly recently got into doing mostly 48 scale because I find 72nd scale just a bit too small now. Even though I will still do some of them, like the larger aircraft, the Lancs and that sort of thing. I will still have a go at them. I still have one Lancaster and a couple of Halifaxes to build. So I will get around to doing them at some point. They'll probably be coming up, no doubt, later date when I've got a bit more experience with my YouTube channel, and I'll probably end up doing one of them on the Saturday night stream at some point. I've also got 2 148 Lanks to do, which those I will enjoy building at some point. Okay, we'll leave that one to dry for a second. So you got in there, as you can see, it looks rather messy at the moment, but hopefully we'll be able to see what difference it looks like in a minute when I start doing the second coat, and that'll sort of like get rid of all the black that's showing through. We'll just do first coat on the hodder wing. We'll just go around this one a bit. If you've got any questions you want to ask me, I don't mind. Go ahead, and if I can answer it, I will. If not, please don't take it as though I can't. It's just that I might not even know the answer what you're asking. First is going, we've been telling him for ages he's good, and that would do well on YouTube. Well, yep, as the same as I've got to thank Dan for starting off on the Warhammer trail, I have Colin to thank on starting me on the YouTube train, as they call it, with his pestering. Not that it took much really, because I was actually debating it, but it weren't something I saw myself doing, because I suppose in a way due to lack of confidence in myself. And at the time I was just getting over the demons that were sort of like building in me from a job that I was doing, and the stress of that sort of built up and didn't go down too well. It was like a year to get these 2 properties completely refurbished, so that just took a lot out of me. And like a lot of people, I'll take solace in building models, and it sort of like steadies the ship, as they say. It's something I'm happy with doing. Well, I'll just shut myself away in my little man cave here and just crack on and build something, and I'll just pick randomly something from the shelf, or I'll ask Mrs. M to pick something for me. So one way or another I've got something different to build. I think one of the last builds I've done was a 1/35th scale Apache, and then a 1/48 scale Black Hawk. Let's see. Lynn Dipple saying hi, Korra hugs. And Korra Pink saying thank you, Lynn. And you got Lynn Dipple agreed in that. Scale Model Mew saying I'm the one slacking. Oh, I've already read that part out, haven't I? Dexterous Craft is saying amazing job, Christine. Fester saying we've been telling him for ages he's good, and that he would do well on YouTube. Scaling Models Dad goes agreed. Scale Model Mew saying yes we have. Cole. Lynn Dipple saying true, Colin. Ross is doing a great job. Well, thank you very much, Lynn. Much appreciated. And Colin saying Lynn Dipple, I love his work. Well, thank you. And Spring Glue saying Ross, did you finish the U-boat? Which one are you on about? I've done one other U-boat. Is you on about the 172nd one? If so, no, not yet, because that came with a lot of photo etch, and as I said, I went through a bad patch, so just got neatly put away to the back of the desk, and that's sitting on top of my 1/35th scale Schnell boat, the S100, that's also partly started. I will get round to finishing off at some point as well. But that one I'm trying to figure a way where I can actually get some lights on it for the Schnell boat that I'm going to try. I've already hijacked one of my kids' broken toys, and that's got a light in it, and I think from the outside at night time running lights there was only sort of like 3 or 4, and this has about 6 lights, and it's run off a little battery pack. So I will hopefully play around with that idea and see what I can do with it, because I can't really afford to go out and buy a full lighting kit for what it would cost to build for that boat. Because she's also quite, well, I think she was actually known as the largest boat kit for 1/35th scale. She comes in at just under 1 metre long. Dan Harrison saying, I recently purchased the RP Tools handle bending tool. This enables me to make my own metal handrails brackets on my tank models. Very nice. I do have a photo etch bending tool. Still learning how to use it properly, like most things. I also bought a track jig, so that just helped when putting individual tracks together. They're just one or two little things. Sounds like Mrs. M is just putting kettle on. I bet she don't bring me a brew. Let's see what else we've got here. Lindsay saying, hi my friend Sarah again. Hugs. So that's Sarah Jane. Let's see, Sarah. Yep. So we've got Sarah Jane saying, hi Ross and hi all. Popped in to say hi and give a thumbs up. I'll catch the rest later when I'm not so tired. And walking in to doors, etc. Yeah, it's generally not a good idea to walk into doors. They hurt. Plus you feel a right plank afterwards. No pun intended. Well, you go and have a good nap. And thank you very much for popping in and for the thumbs up. Much appreciated. To do on this one. If you're like me, you'll find that every so often you have to just rinse your brush off, because you'll find that you generally might just start getting lines, and then because I work directly from the pots, I know a lot of people will say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Sorry, I do. Just give it another shake, like so, and it comes all nice and wet and sloppy again. They do tend to dry out fairly quickly, the Citadel paints, when they're open. So I just do that, and it sort of just throws it out nicely. If your paint does sort of like get a bit stodgy in that lot later on, because you've got your pot open for long periods of time, especially when you're doing this sort of size models, it can do. One of the things you can use is Flowy Aid. That's all I do, is I put a few drops of that in, and that just helps make it all moist and soft again. Lindipple Plastic Monkey, I see you made it out alive from Sue's wrath. Is Sue better now? Dan Harrison Ross, Mrs. M Might if you ask nicely. No, she's already sat down, so she didn't make me a brew. So, yeah, I didn't get a brew. So I use that flow improver just to give the paint some fluid again. So yeah, that keeps it nice and runny, as they say. And as the missus so kindly remind me, I have my can of energy drink. Yes, but a nice cup of tea would be nice. I will get her trained one day. Probably not in the next century, like, but one day. And you would have thought she'd take a bit more pity on the aged. Considering I'm 10 years older than her. She should look after me, really. There we go. Okay, so that's near enough this one done, ready. And just a bit of news for you. There may be another person joining us on the lovely trip of Warhammer soon. Mr. James Skiffin. He's accepted my challenge of doing the winged Nighthawk. So I said I had a spare one, and he was brave enough to send me his address, and he has done so. I will be getting that out to the post into him this weekend at some point. So watch Mr. Model Officer's Mess, and you'll probably see him doing his Nighthawk one similar to what I've done, but no doubt he will do his fantastic skills of doing a completely weird and wonderful paint scheme for it. So we'll see, have to wait and see how that turns out for him. Scale Dad's saying, hi Ross, Scale Modern Ninja, are you going to do Reichland Fleshshade wash over the gold? Not always. I generally try and use, because it's like more of, with it being a Chaos Dragon, I will probably go on the lines of using Agrax Earthshade, because it gives it like a dirty look, and then I'll probably do a light wash of like a dry brush over it with the Newlin oil on top of that, just to give it sort of like a really dirty look if I want to. So I mean, the Reichland Fleshshade, yes, it brings out the rosiness of the gold, but I don't want that. I just want to make it look more of a dirty look when I do this one, same as what I've done on my other Chaos figurines. So that's the first coat on these sides of the gold. So it looks reasonably smooth. So as you can see on this one, I've gone over with the Agrax Earthshade, and then gone over with a little bit of Newlin oil, where it's just sort of like dragging it into the little tiny areas in the edges where it sort of like sits a bit more. So it does make it look a bit dirtier, but it doesn't kill off the gold where it pops a bit more compared to if you cover it up with the Reichland Fleshshade. Yeah, I found it sort of like dulls it down too much, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't used that one on that way. So that's the Chaos Obliterator, if I remember rightly, one of the two different ones. I mean, even on my Venom Crawler, again, I just slightly touched over it with the Agrax Earthshade, so it just wouldn't, makes it look a bit dirtier, but not to the point of actually losing some of the shine on it to make it pop a bit more. And as I said, well, it depends. I mean, it's what takes my fancy, then I will give it a go. I might do. I might test it and then see how it turns out. If I don't like it, I'll just have to go over with something different. John Paul says, let's see. Hi John, hugs from Lynn Dipple. Dan Harris saying hi John Paul. You got Colin saying hi John Paul. Well, welcome John Paul anyway. Yes. Plastic Monkey saying yes, she's all good. Little bit of sweet talking from Lynn, from me and Lynn. Oh, whatever that was about, I don't know, but never mind. Dad's saying hello to John. David's saying hello to John. John Paul is saying hi Colin and Dan. He's also saying hi to Mike. Scalewall Muse. Distilled water is fine too, as long as it's a few drops. Yeah, well, I mean, basically flowing through is near enough distilled water, I think. But it's got a few other little additives in it, I suppose. Never know, but it does the job anyway. It keeps my paint moist and thins it down for me. So yeah, it does a great job. I think if the banter on the cuppa continues, Mr. Ross might be pooping gold sparkles. Probably then. That's great, Ross. I like that one. Which one? The Obliterator or the Venom Crawler? That's from William. So, we've got the first coat on, so as you can see, some of the black is still showing through on the edges. So we'll go over the second coat and see how it turns out then. That should make it a lot more solid. And then we'll do the other sides. I might try a slightly bigger brush now. Should be able to do that one. So there we go. That's getting a bit better. So that's now bringing it all up solid. Everything that was staining coming through is now going nicely. I mean, even if you don't get it all fully coated, with some of the black coming through from the primer, it does sort of make it look, when you do the actual shades on it on top of it, it does actually help with that, because it does make it look a bit dirtier. Okay, so that. What I'll do is I'll do these sides and then we'll start with the gunmetal blue. Now, it's probably about 4 months since I sort of like found the gunmetal blue. I think it was about that when I first did the Venom Crawler. And I thought, yeah, that looks pretty good, because it's sort of like the dark, moody sort of colour that you expect from Chaos Space Marines. It was either a choice between like a deep metallic red or the gunmetal blue that I was deciding between when I started doing the Chaos ones. And I think, and as you can tell, it sort of ended up with the gunmetal blue. Let's see. Scale model used. Got Dan Harris saying, think of the band. Yep, that's done it. That's Linda for saying that's great, Ross. Dan Harrison saying, what other Warhammer models have you got on the go or next up on the modelling bench, Ross? I'm actually doing on the Saturday, as I said, doing the Steelheart Champions. They are what I'll be doing on the Saturday, and there's 3 of them figures. But I do have, I think, about 20 Nighthawks and a Space Marine attack squad. I've also got another load of Nighthawks over there. Well, you can't really see that because they're all bagged up. So these are from the Age of Sigma mortal rounds. I just bagged them up, and each of them have their own magazine number. So that's another load of Nighthawks that I'll be doing. And at the moment, in the process of doing this little fella. Here's what I'm doing off stream. I'll just stick them back together quickly. As a lot of you noticed on the last stream, I generally don't glue my figures together until I've actually got them all painted. So I just find it easier so I can actually work around and get to all the hidden detail that you can't generally get to when they've actually been built. So he goes that way around. So that's the one I'm in the process of doing at the moment, just for the fun of it. Now, in the original one, this bird's supposed to be all blue, but I thought, well, no, I'm going to make him look a bit better and make him stand out a bit more. Make him to be more like a proud eagle, as I think he looks a lot better that way. So that's the other one I'm doing at the moment, and that's part of the, again, Mortal Realms magazine that I get. Stormcraft and Nighthawks, mostly, I think they are. I've got these ones here, all primed and grey ready to do, and one of these is actually a celestial one, so it'll have wings, which are painted up white, and again I'll be doing the nickel oxide around that part of the wing to make them stand out like the other ones I've done. So basically that's what else is on the bench wise in Warhammer that I have. This bag of Space Marines, there's a couple of bikes in there, some other figures. There's even a Chaos Space Marine in there somewhere that I've got finished doing. And then there's another bike. These are from the Indomitus set, I think it is anyway. Picked these up off eBay, reasonably cheap. I think I paid £11 including shipping for 3 of them. So I've got that one and yeah, 2 left to do. I picked these up from the Warhammer shop. Riotous. These you get free from the Warhammer shop, and they sort of like give you little ones to have a quick go at. So this one I am actually going to paint in a scheme for the shop, because they did a competition, and there's 2 colours that I've got to use as the main, well sorry, 3 colours I've got to use for the main colours. That's Retributor armour and the other 2 again. There we go. So it'd be Retributor armour, and I've got Emperor's Children and Cyberite Green. So that's going to make an interesting colour scheme for that one. We'll see how that one goes. But that's what that one's going to be, with those 2 colours. And also picked up 3. This is a Graveguard. He's only a little tiddly thing. Comes out. There we go. Colin will probably like this one because it's more of his orky sort of effect one, but he's a skeleton, so he'd fit well in with little orchies. But then another one I'll just play around with and see what I can do with them at some point. May do it on the live stream, I don't know yet, but we'll see. And let's go a quick tap on the chat. Let's see. Hey Ross, hi chat, hi JC Brooks, nice to see you in. You got Dad saying hello to James, Dan Harrison saying hello to James as well. You got Lynn Dipple saying hello to James and hugs. Dan Harrison saying, hope the Sig Marines will be modelled with the mighty Thunder Hammers. Well, it all depends on what they come with, and if they come with the hammers, then yeah, I might even do them with them. We all like a big hammer. Skelmy saying, love eBay for random Warhammer stuff. Yep, I do get a lot of my tanks and other stuff like the Warhammer stuff like that, that's been built really badly painted, and I'll just literally strip it all back down by using acetone to break the glue, break it all down, and then completely repaint it. The 40k Outriders are awesome. Look forward to seeing your progress with them. Yeah, I've actually done one already. That one's a fun bit one. Where did I stick it? I think he's up the top here. Oh. Bit dusty, but yeah, that's me first ever one that I did of the Outrider bikes. I just didn't have any decals of it, so I thought, well, I'll just stick all my own on it, and that fits in with my colour scheme for me Space Marines, and that's the red and metallic Arctic blue. So that's how they are looking for that one, and I've got quite a few bits in that now. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, I think Foxy's another one for picking up eBay bargains for his trauma shop or whatever I think he calls it. I'm not sure now, but yeah, Foxy picks up a lot of things like that, and just does a fun way at rebuilding stuff, and it also stops it going being thrown away, I suppose, because a lot of people will get a model and think, oh well, I've done it really badly, trash it and throw it in the bin. And that's something I've never yet done, is throw a model away. I'll find a use for it somewhere on the line, even if it means scratch building it into something else. I've got what a friend sent me was the airframe of a 1/32 HK Lancaster. So I'm actually going to be using that airframe and turning that into a Warhammer build. So that's what I'll be doing with that, just to be something different. And it's got the guy who sent it me, he only used half the clear airframe, so he sent me the other half of it, and the half that he had still, which is the solid grey plastic. So I'll be using them and turning that into a Warhammer build, because I've got a lovely little 3-year-old who decided he was going to trash my Vulcan bomber that I built, X5888 I think it's called, or 5388, and he sort of swatted that down off of his bedroom ceiling. So now I've got the wings for it that I want to use. I was actually hunting around to see if anybody had a scrap Vulcan. I just like the look of the way the wings are, so I'll use them to build the wings, and then the mausoleums from the Age of Sigmar Mortal Realms magazine. I'll find a way of mounting them onto the wings as well, so it looks more Space Marine or something like that. Because basically the buildings are near enough the same things. They look the same anyway. And for the films I've watched of Warhammer, they generally sort of have sort of like mausoleum type buildings and everything on them, so that's what sort of gave me that idea that I'd use them. Because I don't play the game, never had an inkling to. I know my son, my eldest, he's wanting to have a go at it, so he wants a red Space Marine army. That should cheer Dad up. But we all have our faults. I thought I'd just do him a blue one and put little Everton stickers on it, just to cheer Dad up. So I know he'll really like that. Let's see what else we've got here. Hope them Sigmarines will be modelled with the mighty Thunderhammers. You haven't seen that. Lovely rhythm stuff. And then we've got down saying the 40k Outriders are awesome. Yep. I think I may have to dust off my Warhammer modelling skills and get some models. Yeah, but you've got your Mrs. H to deal with. We'll see what she has to say about that. I'm sure, and I used to really enjoy doing these, Dan. So yeah, it'd be good to see you back into the fold, as they say. Okay, so that's that one with the two. Now these sides are both done, where the black's now fully covered. So what we'll do now is we'll do some of the inserts of the gunmetal blue, and then you'll be able to see, sort of give you an idea of what I'm going to do. Okay, so that right. One. Me mummed in again, I do apologise. Mrs. H is fine with it. She's more worried about me being bored. Very scary. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. Ross, have you seen or been tempted by Primus Impulsor or Gladiator Tank? Yes, I have actually seen them both, and at some point I will probably get one. Probably when somebody's actually done like the usual trick of doing a bad paint job, and then I'll pick it up cheap off of eBay, because I'm not paying 50 odd quid for one. Scaly model of Dad saying, Ross, 50 subs now, Ross. Oh, thank you very much. Blimey. That surprised me. 50 subs already. That's a very big thank you. Don't know what else to say, really. That has shocked me a bit, because I've only ever done one show previously. sort of shocked me a bit. That has. I knew I was getting close to 50, but I knew I needed 2 more sort of thing to get to it. But again, it's, if people are liking what I do, I appreciate it. What to say other than just thank you. That's all I can say. And I hope what I do keeps you happy, and if you can learn something from it, all good for you. I mean, as I keep saying, I'm not brilliant at it. I just play and enjoy what I do, and that's about it really with me when it comes to this sort of thing. I mean, I've only been back in the hobby 4 years now, and when I first started back in the hobby, which to my admittance, I didn't actually get myself back in this hobby. That's all Mrs. H's fault. She's the one who brought me my first ever model kit. So I had England, well, I made a comment to her that I said I might give it a go again. And it was basically to teach my youngest at the time, well, my eldest at the time was Dre Roran. Sorry, Mrs. M, I should say. It's her fault. So she brought me a cheap airbrush and a few paints, as well as I think it was a Cromwell tank, USS Enterprise ship, the aircraft carrier, in 172, well, 1720 I think it is scale. And then I think there's another one as well that she bought me. And I basically built them and enjoyed them. And at the time when I first started, I promised the wife that I'd never have more than 10 kits in the house. Yeah. They're sort of bred from 10 by 10 by 10. I think that's the easiest way of saying it. But there's 10, but just 10 times 10, if you know what I mean. But as the famous saying goes, you can never have enough plastic. Lynn saying, congratulations Ross on your 50 subs. And Darren Harrison saying, the Bell Predator tanks from 40k Firstborn are likely to be phased out along with the entire Firstborn in the 10th edition codex. There will be plenty of floods of classics Firstborn models out on the cheap. Yeah, I did actually hear rumours that they're actually going to phase out the Firstborn. So yeah, it'd be a good time to grab a few bargains. I mean, the general shape of most of the armour stayed the same, I think, from what I can tell. And they do. They're still enjoyable kits, even though they're older kits. I mean, it's like the Stormhawk that Dan sent me. That one was a nice kit, and I sort of like got the idea from the colour scheme for it was along the lines of like Blue Thunder, and that's thanks to David. He sort of like popped that sort of semi idea into my head of using the sort of Blue Thunder scheme where it's got like the red outline to the body. So yeah, that's what I use that one on for. Oh yeah, sorry, keep forgetting the bloody camera's not there. That's aside a minute. It's the only problem I have, I keep bringing things too close to myself. I just suppose it's I will get used to doing it down the bottom at some point. There we go. Let's go with that. There we That's it. This is the only thing when doing this one, it does take a bit of time doing the wings and everything, but if you put the effort in, they do look really, really good afterwards. And as I said, the first one I did it with I painted all the inner sections metallic silver, and then went over with Druchelle violet, so it gave sort of like a pinky purple look. I think that's why my friend liked it so much, because of that pinky purple look. And I didn't try and get a full flat coat like I'm doing with this gunmetal blue. I left it patchy, so it looked as though it was a bit worn and weathered naturally, sort of thing. So I did that with it, and that's just by happy accident, and I thought, well, yeah, that looks good. And then I just went into each of the inserts. I put a clear enamel gloss, so it sort of give it a really high shine. But I shouldn't have to do that with this metallic colour. It should just fill it off nicely by itself. Even if I do catch the little vein areas, they're easy enough to go over with a detail brush and just touch them up. So I ain't overly fussed. Just go into the edges gently and just drag that across. That's one thing I do like about the Vallejo paints. The metallics are a good solid colour. So as you can see there, it's coming out nicely. It's covering it well. Bring that down a bit more. There we go. And it's doing nice. Using the small detail brushes gives you that ability to go into the edges a bit more neatly. So it comes out looking a bit like that. As you can tell, I keep my Warhammer knowledge topped up. Yep, you do. Occasionally. JC Bricks and Bill saying, congrats, thank you very much, James. Ross, what are you using to prime your Warhammer models? I've used a spray primer. These ones I've done in black, because I find that when you're doing gold, it gives the actual gold a bit of depth, and then with the blue, again, it gives it the depth of colour. If you use like a white, it can be overly bright, but if you do miss a bit on the gold with the black underneath, it looks like you can use it sort of like saying it's battle damage and that sort of thing, but it does stand out a bit more. Yep, this is the one I use. It's a satin black adhesion primer by High Coat. Now these are actually designed to spray paint plastic, because they use them for cars, for bumpers and everything like that. And it's fairly fast drying. It gives you a nice it gives you a nice even coat. So that's what I was doing earlier on when I was watching James and Lynn on their stream. I just went outside for 5 minutes, give it a spray up, covers fairly quickly. I just gave it 2 light coats and they were basically primed up ready for tonight. So that's what I use for that. And when I'm doing like my Stormcast, and I've got ones. Oh, Scale Muse is now at her desk. Welcome to the desk world. When I normally do my Stormcast, there's usually a lot of them have white cloaks and that sort of thing, so I'll generally prime the whole model in white, and it also helps make the gold stand out a lot more as well, because it does have a nice base to it. So please sniff responsibly. Yeah, I do occasionally, but it's done outside, so I'm generally quite good. Almost managed to spray my youngest's head in black this morning when I sprayed me when I primed that up. So he almost went from being sort of like browny blonde hair to black, because he decided to walk right out in front of me while I was spraying it. So yeah, I'm sure that would have cheered the missus up no end. So yeah. So quick puff on the cigarette a minute. So yeah, as you see, it's the golds and the gunmetal blue does come out quite nice. It might need a little bit more in there, but I don't know yet. But I think I might be able to cover some of that up when I start doing the washes over the top. Now with the pipes and that lot, I will generally use, I think it's a silvery paint I'll use on them. That will be, well, aluminium, and this is actually an airbrush paint. It can be used for brushing, and I find it does a great job. The reason why I go over with the aluminium, so we'll paint the pipes all here this colour first. And when it's dried, I'll do that. Do that. So now once we've got these little bits here painted in aluminium, generally also with using the airbrush paints, I find that they dry fairly quickly, considering to the model colour ones, but it also depends on sort of thickness of how much you're doing on it. But as you can see, you don't really need a lot, and it does give very good coverage for an airbrush paint to be used as a brush paint. So the opacity of it is reasonably good, which is quite good for most paints. I'll give that a couple of minutes to dry. So that's then one's done. I'll just do this one. Well, I've got a bit of aluminium there. And then I'll show you what else I do with them, because I like sort of like the bright colours on it, just to make them stand out, the pipes. I don't like this leaving them aluminium, so I do use another one. You done. There you go. So we're now almost done, and by the time I've got this done, that other one should be dry. Covered. Let's see. Yeah, it's a nice blue. I was looking, when I first picked it up, I was actually looking for a colour for gun barrels for me Space Marines. So I just basically didn't like using gunmetal black or a lead belcher colour on the gun barrels all the time. So I thought, alright, I'll find something different. So I just went into the shop in Halifax, the Halifax models. Another one of my watering holes, as they say, for providing me with my plastic fix. The great bloke is Dave. He'll generally sort out anything you need. Just looking through the shelf, and then I sort of spied that. I thought, yeah, let's give that a go, see what it looks like. And now it just gets used as a main colour, body colour for... Oh, Dan's off to bed, is he? Okay then, gonna head off to bed now. Got to keep my routine and got school run in the morning. Always a pleasure and some great content. Keep up the great work and see chat again soon. Oh, good night, mate, and have a good sleep. Good night, everybody. Happy modelling. And okay, now this one is nice and dry. So now I'm not a great lover of Tamiya paints. Never have been, never will do. Basically, because you can't brush them very well. So that's why I've never really been a big fan of them. But I do like their clear coat ones. I do use a lot of these. These are the only ones I actually do use. So what I'll do now, because we've got the silver, give that a quick shake. And get the inner line. Just go over that inner line, like so. I find the silver, or aluminium in this case, enhances the red. Now later on, when I do the body and that lot, there's actually little bits where it shows the sort of sheath of the pipe is sort of broken or worn away, and it shows the wires underneath. So what I do normally is I'll do that for the top part, and then where you got the broken sheaths, I'll put another colour in. We'll do that one red. Scale model user saying night, Dan. More that one's setting a bit. Get a bit of green. And we'll go over there, like so. I've been running Hour and a half already. Blimey. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. Well, once I've got this bit done, then I'll show you what I'm doing with it, and then we might just call it a night, I think. Once again, the show's going on for about an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. And I appreciate all the people that have come in and joined me. Blue. I'm not doing the connectors because I'll go over a slightly different colour for them. I'll probably use the copper or something like that, dirty copper look onto it, and then it sort of makes it stand out a bit more. So we've got the and there we go. So you got like little pipes that are all different colours, and they stand out nicely and nice and bright. So I like using that sort of thing just to make the pipes stand out. And then when you later on, when I do the next section, there's a lot of pipe work in it, and it just shows out all those different pipes. And then when it comes to going in towards the neck and everything like that, there's two main pipes that I'll do with the yellow or orange, and that's sort of like, in my way of doing it, is trying to make it look as though it's part of the fuel mixture that blows out the flame and everything like that, or fires the laser gun or whatever it is coming out of its mouth. Depends on which one I put into it. So, well, we've got two little bits done at the moment. Hopefully on the next show I'll get a bit further forward. But it's just basically showing you, giving an idea of what I'm doing with it. I'll probably be using like a lead belcher on these, and that one's, and the little spikes along here. And then as I carry on filling in these. The only thing about doing this Heldrake, it does take a fair bit of time if you want it to look half decent, as far as I'm concerned myself. And we'll get the other side of them done. So I'll carry on next week. So I will say, go back up to my face cam. I'll move this out of the way a minute. Ooh. And then we'll go final look into chat in a minute. Dunk. And there we go. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the show. Didn't get as much as I wanted to get done, but there we go, just chatting again. There's nothing wrong with that. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. And looking forward to the next one, as I'm now, feels like I'm getting a bit more at ease at doing this. Let's see what they've, last few things, we've got Scum, Find It with Dash, and then it's Galmar, like please sniff responsibly from Dan, music saying lol, and then it's Oopsie, looking great that, thank you Dan, I do like the move from that, and then it's Night Down from that, then you've got Lynn saying looking good Ross, and Night Night to Dan. Well, I will say good night to you all, as I've also got a school run to do in the morning, taking 2 little monsters to school. So night night from me, and night night from the back door by the Mrs. M. So good night, and